All right, guys, so we're going to do shopping payment methods, way to pay for things when you go shopping. So you have a debit card, which gets confused a lot of times with a credit card. Okay, but think about debit. When you're debiting something, you're taking it out. So a debit card is going to be coming out of your checking account. Okay, so you'll have a checking account, you'll put money in there, and instead of writing a check, a debit card is the same thing as writing a check. Okay, but most people don't write checks anymore. They use their debit card. Okay, so when you're using a debit card, you have a certain amount of money. So say you have $100 and then you go to the grocery store and you spend $90. You only have $10 left immediately. So when you're using a debit card, you're going to want to make sure that you have a ledger where you're writing it down and you're subtracting and you're keeping up with your balance, because once you've used your balance, there's no more. You can't use that card anymore. Okay. Now, a credit card is like set at like a bank. So let's say, I don't know, Wells Fargo. So Wells Fargo has credit cards, okay? And they give you a limit based on your credit. So say they say, okay, you can use up to $10,000. We will loan you $10,000 basically. You're going to pay an interest, and it's high interest rate. Okay, so you're going to pay an interest on the money that you're using. So when you use a credit card, that's going to be for things that you don't have the money for, okay? So if you don't have the money, say your fridge breaks down, you've got to go buy a new fridge. You may want to use a credit card. So the bank will give you the money to purchase the fridge, and you're going to pay interest on it, okay? And then we have a store value card. That's what the book is calling it. I would never call it that. I'd call it a gift card. Gift card is like a debit card, okay, except it's like a debit card. It's a gift card. I'm giving you $25 on this gift card, okay? All right, so this lesson is going to be way easy, especially compared to this is what I was telling you. It's really easy. Okay, so lesson 3, shopping payment methods. Okay, so it wants us to explain the advantages and disadvantages for each payment method, okay? So number 1 says, Tamika will use her credit card to purchase shoes online. The cost of the shoes are $98.75. She has $85 in her checking account. All right, so obviously she can't use a debit card because she doesn't have enough to pay for the shoes. The shoes are $98.75. So a credit card is going to be the better choice to purchase the shoes. The advantages of using a credit card online is that it's easily traced. You can, if somebody was to, if they said, oh, you didn't pay for them, well, you couldn't get them if you didn't pay for them, but say somebody said, oh, you didn't pay for them. Yes, I did. Here it is. If you need a refund, they will refund it. They'll put it back on your bill. You just want to make sure that you keep paying that bill so your interest doesn't shoot up. Okay, that would be a disadvantage, the interest on the credit card. All right, number 2, Manuel will use a store-to-value card to buy a box of computer paper. The cost of the box of paper is $36.69. He has $301.45 in his checking account, and a store-valued card is worth $75. Okay, so obviously, instead of using money in his checking account, he has $75 on his gift card, the AKA gift card. The box of paper is $36.69. All right, so it makes more sense to just go ahead and use the money on the gift card rather than money in your checking account. Okay. All right, number 3, Holly will use her debit card to pay for a flower pot. The cost of the flower pot is $39.95. Holly has $179.36 in her checking account. Okay, so the debit card is coming, the money is coming out of her checking account. So I'm just going to do this math. You don't have to. She has $179.36. When she buys this flower pot, it's $39.95. She's going to have, ooh, I did that wrong. 179.36 minus $39.95. Right, she's going to have $139.41 left in her checking account after she buys this flower pot. The advantage is she's not paying interest on this flower pot. It also can be traced easily if she needed to be refunded. They could refund it just back on that card. All right, so the next part we're going to do, I'm going to take a little break for just a second. It's they have this table that shows the cost of several items at an office supply store. Randall will purchase all these items for his home. He has a stored value card, a gift card, worth $150, and he has $340.56 in his checking account. All right, so we're going to describe one combination of payment methods Randall could use to pay for these items, and we're going to justify our response. And then number 5, what are the advantages and disadvantages to the payment method that we used in 4? And actually, you don't have to take a break. We can do this real quick. All right, so let's figure out how much does he have to spend. So he has a $150 gift card plus $340.56 in his checking account. So he has a total of $490.56. He has that much to spend. Let's add up everything he's going to buy. He's going to buy a bookcase that's $79.99. He's going to buy a desk that's $194.22. He's going to buy a file cabinet that's $74.99 and a desk chair that's $129.99. So he's spending a total of $479.19. All right, so he has enough. He has a 150 gift card, and then he had $340.56 in his checking account. All right, so what he would have to do is he would hand them the gift card first. So they will take the $479, they'll take the $150 from the gift card. And so that leaves him he owes $329.19 to purchase the rest of the items. Okay. So then he hands his debit card and they'll say, okay, they'll charge the debit card, or they'll take out of the debit card the $329.19. But he only has $340.56 in his checking account. Once he pays for the rest of the items, he's going to be left with $11.37. I mean, that's kind of scary. I wouldn't want my checking account to be that low. But that is how that would work. Okay, I'm pretty sure all of you have gone with your mom before and dad and done some things like this. All right. What's the advantages and disadvantages to the payment method that we described in exercise 4? Well, some advantages are you're not paying interest because you're not using a credit card. Okay, some disadvantages would be that now you only have $11.37 left in your checking account. The gift card, you can't really trace anything on the gift card. If you needed to return some items, the gift card, you can't really trace that back because they don't really have like serial numbers and account numbers and all that. I mean, they do, but it's not connected to you. It's connected to the store. And I really think that's all. And I feel like today's lesson is super easy.